Well, hello people. So my name is Kamran, and I would like to start with a very basic question, which is why would you like to become a digital marketer? Or in fact, why would you like to join this digital marketing internship? I guess you are someone who has already completed a digital marketing training from a renowned institute, maybe from online courses, and yet you have failed to become a marketer. In fact, I have talked to a lot of people who have been through these trainings. They have completed uh, In fact, they have launched different campaigns on Google, Meta, or maybe LinkedIn, and yet they don't know how to manage a project. I have seen people who have taken training for 6 months, maybe an year, maybe 3 months, and then yet they don't become a digital marketer. So the reason which I found in my career of last 10 years in digital marketing is quite simple. It's the lack of access of a project. It's a lack of working on any project. And trust me, guys, you don't learn digital marketing just by launching different campaigns on Google, different campaigns on Meta. Even if you know how to launch all of these campaigns, yet you don't become a digital marketer. Because marketing is not about launching the campaigns, it's more about generating the returns out of the campaigns. It's more about knowing how do you, first of all, how do you promote a website? And then, most important one, how do you generate returns for this website? How do you sell these products for any website? How do you get traffic for the website? And then we have a lot of KPIs. KPIs means key performance indicators. KPIs means the deliverables that you have promised for any client. The deliverables could be sales. The deliverables could be traffic. The deliverables could be maybe uh, revenue, sales, and revenue. It could be anything that you are designing with the client. Anyway, so now I would like to start journey today for this project, which is a springtails.in. So now this entire training series is divided into different segments. The first and the most important one is to understand the digital marketing plannings. Planning means how do you plan a project? How do you do keyword planning for any project? How do you do media planning for a project? How do you do social media planning for a project? How do you do SEO planning for this project? And in fact, I'll not be randomly, or we are not going to randomly do this planning. We have to do this planning for this website. So we have a project in place, and now the idea is to start planning this entire project. So planning is like navigating a ship. If you don't have the navigation, or if you don't have the navigation plan for a ship, you don't know where to reach. You don't know your destination. If you don't have a plan, then you are just launching all the campaigns and you don't know what outcome you are expecting out of this planning. The most important part for this planning is the media plan. In media plan, you decide the platforms for the project, you decide the campaign types, you decide the cost for each and every campaign, and finally, you give a projection about the average monthly sales. If you don't know how to create a media plan, then you don't know how to actually manage a project. In fact, not only media plan, we have to plan social media plan as well. Like we have to create social media plan as well. We have to create SEO plan as well. So once you know how to plan a project, then you actually know what exactly is required to manage this project. Then you know you just have your entire plan in place. You have the blueprint, and now you can simply start launching all the campaigns one by one. So in the first segment, we have to understand the pointers of digital marketing planning. Then we have to launch an e-commerce store. Now you must be thinking, why the hell I'm asking you to set up e-commerce store? Or why I'm asking you to buy a domain? I mean, it's totally up to you if you buy or not, or do not buy a domain. But then trust me, guys, you can only become an expert in digital marketing Once you know how to do activities by yourself, once you know how to buy a domain, once you know how to get a Shopify store if it's e-commerce marketing, it's totally fine. You don't really need to buy the domain, you really need to buy the Shopify store, but then you don't get the confidence of managing a project. In digital marketing, it's not only about managing the campaign, it's about understanding everything about digital marketing. So like if you ask me, I started my journey back in Google. So the in the initial years, I only know how to run Google Ads, how to manage Google Tag Manager, Google Search Console. We have different tools in Google. But then I started learning SEO. I started learning website development. I then learned Facebook ads. I then learned LinkedIn ads. And then only I could, call myself as a digital marketer, someone who could manage a project. Otherwise, you are just like a one trick pony. You don't know how to manage a project. You are always dependent on other one or other people in the team. So that's why I always ask people to learn digital marketing with planning. Then you should be having a very good idea about setting up the websites. I'm not asking you to become a developer. I'm just asking you to have the understanding of how do you set up a website. Then how do you set up the Meta Ads account? How do you launch all the campaigns in Meta, and finally launching different campaigns in Google as well. So let's get started with the first topic of digital marketing planning, which is called as project planning. I'm going to click over here, which is going to take me into this project planning tab. This project plan, in fact, all the tabs are listed in the same deck. So I can also get into project planning by clicking on this link. Now, what is project plan? So the project plan is like a plan which tells you what exactly is required for this digital marketing project, which means what all things are needed in terms of website, products, who is going to be your target audience, what marketing requirements do we need, what platforms are we going to cover, what is going to be our monthly advertisement cost, the target market range and duration, and finally the returns out of it. Return means how many monthly sales we are going to deliver, what is going to be the average cost per sale, the campaign types, and what competitors we have. And then we have the additional things as well. However, before I get into the digital marketing project planning, I would like to start with something which is called as 4 P's of marketing. And I guess people who have completed any marketing course, BBAs, MBAs, on any course, they already know about 4 P's of marketing. But then I have seen people who really don't have any idea about 4 P's of marketing. So I think I would like to spend next 2-3 minutes on this 4 P's of marketing, and then we can simply get into creating this project plan. Cool. So as the name suggests, 4 P's, we talk about all the 4 P's of marketing, which starts with product. And trust me guys, it's very important to understand the product when you are going to work on any project in your life. So if I get 10 projects, 10 clients who want me to work on their project, I may reject 3-4 clients easily just because they don't have the right product for the market. And it's like if we are having 100%, let's say 100 projects coming in the market, then most of the projects gets failed over a period of time, and we only succeed with somewhere around 10 to 30% projects, and remaining projects gets failed. Remaining companies do not really get profitable in the world. I don't have any data right now to prove that, but this is what I'm talking by my personal experience. So it's really important to understand the product first. It's really important to know if this product can really make a difference in the world. And how do you understand the product? So the way I look at market, I just try to understand if this product is having any value proposition, if it can really provide a value to the market, we call it value proposition, or else if this product is unique in the market, a product which is really not having a lot of competitors. If I feel the product is having the value proposition, if I feel the uniqueness in the product, then I simply start working on the project. If I don't understand the product, if I don't understand the service of the company, if I feel it's a very, very competitive, I don't work on that project. It's totally up to me. It's totally up to us. We have to decide the projects. So I only work with projects where I feel that I can make this product or project grow. Now, once you are comfortable with the product, then the second thing is about the pricing. It's to check if the project or the products which you are going to promote is having the right pricing or not. So let's say you are going to promote an e-commerce website and you are having multiple products, and then the pricing is very, very high. If you feel the other companies like Flipkart, Amazon, and Meesho are selling this necklace at the cost of 200, this earring at the cost of 200 again, and maybe this mini bottle juicer at the cost of 500, which means at the 50% lesser price, and your client or your project is selling all of these products at a 2x rate, which means twice the price of what it's being sold in the market, then it becomes very difficult to sell these products. So we always have to understand the pricing in the market, and once we believe the pricing is right, then we can get into the third P of marketing, which is the place or location. When I say place, then we have to understand if this product at this price can be sold at that particular location or place. So when I get any project with a decent price, with a reasonable price, let's say if the price is higher than what it's expected to be sold at, I usually go with platforms like Instagram. In fact, you will find the same product. Maybe if you go and if you search for these products on Amazon, you may get the same pricing. But if you go at Meesho, then the pricing would be really less. Majorly because Meesho is an e-commerce portal which is going to target tier 2 and 3 cities. And Amazon is a product where the target market is entire India, primarily tier A cities. And that's why it's important to understand the location as well, the place as well. And once you think you can really sell these products at a particular price and in a decent location, then it's time to think about the fourth P, which is promotion. Our job is to promote this product at a particular price, at a particular place. Now, in our case, we don't really count place as a location. We can count it as a location as well, but place could be a platform for us. Like Facebook is a place for us, Instagram is a place for us, LinkedIn is a place for us. So really have to think about at which platform we really need to promote this product. Anyway, so now we are all set. Product, price, place, and promotion. Now let's get into the promotion part. First and the most important one is to get the website. If you don't have a website, if your client is not having a website, then you simply cannot promote the project, especially if it's a e-commerce one. You may find some clients where the website is in progress, then you can ask them to provide some portfolios, some products. You can get an idea about it. However, you would need a website to start your journey in digital marketing. So here we are starting with this website. This website is a fashion store for women. And you can see we have multiple products listed on this website. These products are having the product pages. These product pages are having buy it now button, which means buy now button. And then they are also going to have the payment options, razor pay, cash on delivery, so that someone can buy these products. So now this website seems totally fine, so that we can think about promoting this project. So the first thing that we list on the project planning sheet is the website link. Then we decide or we write down the product category. Is it project category? In fact, is it a service or a product? Because we have different campaigns for service-based business and a product-based business. Just to give you an idea, for product-based business, we run sales campaigns as product catalog campaign. We run conversion campaign. We run advantage shopping campaign. We just run sales campaigns. If it's a service-based business, we run lead generation campaign, because for services like MBBS courses, services like flights, services like tour and travel company, we don't sell a product. We really don't sell any tangible item for that service. So in that case, we majorly run lead generation campaigns that generates the leads for us. We also run call campaigns for those projects. So it's really important to understand the project or the product types. First of all, the project category, of course. So here we have to decide if it's a service or a product. We write it down over here, and then we write down the products type. So here in our case, it's a fashion or jewelry product store or artificial jewelry store. Then once these three things are decided, we have to get into the marketing objective. So for us, we are going with two marketing objectives. It's branding and sales. In total, we have three marketing objectives. It could be branding, which means awareness. Then we have engagement and sales. So in total, we have three marketing objectives. But in this project, we are only going to cover up two marketing objectives, branding and sales. Now, why do we need to write down these marketing objectives? It's because when you make media plan, we have to list different campaigns. If you are having an objective of branding, then you have to choose branding campaigns. Like display and video campaigns, Google are usually being used for branding. Then search, shopping, performance max, and dynamic remarketing campaigns are for sales. Similarly, in Meta, which means Facebook, we have branding campaign by the name of awareness, traffic conversion, product catalog, lookalike, advantage shopping are the examples of the sales campaigns. So we really have to understand the kind of objective for the project, so we can write down we can choose the right campaign depending on the objective. Then the market service requirements. So here we need 4 different services, starting with social media marketing, then SEO, Google ads, and finally the social media marketing ads, which means Facebook and Instagram ads. Then the content type, what content will be needed for this project. Now the content can be started with having the content in the form of text. We would need banners, we would need creatives, we would need carousels, and finally in today's time we would also need videos. So I'm making this video in 2024, and in this year I think we cannot really make a brand successful without videos, because it's time when people are really consuming videos in the form of shorts, in the form of reels, in the form of stories. And that's why it's important that we get all of these content from a client. I've seen agencies or people who are also developing the content by themselves. They don't ask for all of these contents from a client, but I, as a marketer, do not create the content. I really suck at content creation. I don't know how to create the content. So my job is majorly into marketing the content, marketing the website. So whenever a client comes to me and he asks me to create the content, I say, bro, I'm not really good at it. I suck at content creation. If client expect me to create the content, then I just don't do that. I connect him with a content developer, maybe with a designer, maybe with a video maker. And then if you want me to manage the project, that video maker or that designer shares the content with me. Anyways, it's totally up to you if you would like to design the content as well, if you would like to write the articles as well. But I personally do not create any content for a project. Without the content, you cannot really manage a project. Then we have to decide the demography of the audience. We call it audience targeting as well. So we have to start with writing down the target locations. It's needed to understand the city maybe the state or the country where your ads are going to be targeted. Without this target location, you cannot launch any campaign in Google or Facebook. And you have to understand the target gender. In our case, it's a jewelry store. That's why the primary target for most of the products are females. And then the target age range is somewhere in between 18 to 34. The reason I have marked down it as 18 to 34 is because most of these products are going to be sold to young females, because these are the artificial jewelries. You won't find women in the range of 34 to 60 wearing a lot of artificial jewelries. Those females or those women get into the real or original jewelries, gold and diamond jewelries. Then the marketing duration, we have to simply write down the marketing duration. Sometimes company ask you to make a plan for a quarter, for maybe 6 months, up to an year in fact. But here in today's video, we are only going to make this entire marketing duration for a month. Then the most important one, which is the paid monthly cost. Okay, so whenever I ask any client about his monthly cost, then 9 out of 10 clients do not give me an answer. They just tell me, okay, go with any budget or make a plan, just come up with a plan for us. And I'm like, bro, I really need to know the marketing budget that you want to spend for this project. And they usually don't come up with the right answer. So what I do, I don't ask them if they don't really provide this marketing budget. I ask them how many sales they are looking to generate for a month or how many leads they need for a month. And then they have to answer me something. So let's say if they tell me they are going to, or they're expecting 100 sales a month, and if the cost per sale is around 500 rupees, then I do a calculation. I simply multiply 500, which means cost per product or cost per sale, multiply by the number of sales they need, and then 50,000 becomes the marketing budget. For us, in our media plan, we have to generate around 80 sales at the cost per sale of 500 rupees, which means we are having a marketing budget of 40,000 rupees. Anyways, once your marketing budget is decided, then only you can make the media plan. If you don't have the marketing budgets, if you don't know your overall budgets for the month, then you cannot really create a media plan. That's why it's very important to put down this marketing budgets or advertisement budgets in the project plan. Then we have to decide the advertisement platforms and the organic platforms. When I say advertisement platforms, these are the paid platforms where the cost has to be paid to companies like Google and Meta. For organic platforms, it does not take any cost. It does not really, you don't really have to pay the platforms like Google and Facebook, but then you charge a service fee for that. And then people ask me how much they charge for managing a project of 40,000 rupees as a monthly paid cost, for managing SEO for a project, for managing social media. So if I talk about India, then the service fee varies from project to project, but then it usually stays somewhere in between 20 to 40,000 rupees. If the advertisement cost goes very high, let's say rather than advertising at 40,000, if it's 40 lakhs a month, then the management fee would stay somewhere in between 5 to 10%, which means to manage a project of 40 lakhs a month, you can easily charge anywhere in between 2 to 4 lakh rupees, which is a very decent cost, by the way. For SEO, for managing a project of 10 keywords, you can easily charge around 20,000. For managing a social media marketing project, you can easily charge somewhere around 20-30,000 for one post a day, which means 20 posts a month. Anyways, so now we have to list down the advertising platforms, organic platforms, SEO keywords, and then the most important question is the deliverables, the KPIs, the key performance indicators. The first and the most important one is the monthly projected sales. How many sales you'll be generating for this client. So we make a projection, we make a plan to find out the monthly projected sales, which can be calculated in the media plan. So here we have to generate 80 sales. We'll be making the media plan again in the media planning video. I'll show you how you get to know the monthly projected sales for any project. Then the average cost per sale, how much amount you have to pay to platforms like Google and Facebook to generate one sale, and the campaign times. Finally, you can also write down the competitors. It's really important to understand the competitors, because if you don't have the right pricing, if you don't understand the product price on the other competitors, then it really becomes difficult for you to sell your products. And then finally, we need to look into two important parameters. The first one is the project requirements. What all requirements you need to manage this project. First one is to have the page and account access. If client is already having the pages and the ad accounts, you can take the access. Otherwise, you have to create the ad accounts and the pages by yourself. Second, you need to get the website link or access. The access are needed so you can integrate Google, Facebook, analytics codes on the website. If needed, you can make some alterations, some changes on the website. If the client is having a developer, then you can simply share these codes, share these changes to the developer. Then the most important one is having the text, banner or creative, and the video content. If you don't have the content, you cannot launch any campaigns. And finally, you need the product or the landing pages. Again, if you don't have a landing page, you cannot take your customer over here and then they don't know what to do. And finally, we need to have the paid marketing budgets. Oh my God. It's very alarming. The reason I have said, oh my God, for paid marketing budgets is because I keep getting clients, not a long list of clients, but then I do get a few clients who want me to put the paid budgets in their Google and Facebook ads. So let's say if they have a monthly budget of 10 lakh rupees, they ask me to put this budget on Facebook and Google. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell, bro? Why do I put my, budgets into your accounts? And they're like, it's okay, you can bill us. It's okay, we'll pay you towards the end of the month. And then what if you really pay to Google and Facebook on a client's behalf, someone who's having a huge budget, let's say 10 lakh rupees a month? And what if the client does not clear your bill? What if it delays the payment? Then you will be end up in a very bad situation. So whenever you get a client who want you to put this paid monthly budget into their Google and Facebook ad account, just don't get onboarded. Just don't work for those clients. This amount has to be fetched by the client's card. So we simply ask clients to add their card in Facebook and Meta ads, in Google ads, Google and LinkedIn ads, and then this cost has to be bared by the client. What you charge is usually a service fee, which means a management fee on the monthly basis. Now, apart from all of these project requirements, you have to deliver the deliverables. This is your job. This is the marketer job. Someone who is managing the project has to deliver the campaign, all the campaigns by setting up the campaigns. We have to optimize the campaigns. We have to drive the traffic for on the website. We have to generate sales and revenue for the project. We have to execute the entire project. And finally, in the end, we have to provide the monthly reports. So I guess now you understand how to create a project plan for any digital marketing project. In now, what I can expect from you. So what I want from you now is to do some exercises. If you think you can become a digital marketer just by watching this video, trust me guys, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna take you anywhere. So in this exercise number 1, I want you to choose 2-3 products from the store. I just want you to go to this store and just choose your products. Choose anything that you think is really making sense for you. Choose anything that you would like to promote or sell. We have around 20-30 products on this store. I simply want you to just choose what products you are willing to sell. I'll tell you why after a while. Once your products are selected, I want you to create a project plan from the available format. Here I have the format. You can simply copy and paste this format into a Excel sheet, into a Google sheet. I usually use online Google Sheets. I'm not using any Microsoft software these days. So I'm all into Google Drive, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Forms. So I want you to make this entire project plan by yourself. If you think you are not going to do organic marketing, you just take off this SEO and social media marketing. You just take off, just write down this plan according to the selected products. You can write down your products over here in this product category. You can just simply write down all of those three products, and according to your decided product, make this project plan. Once this project plan is created, what I want from you is to add this plan into the drive. So I already have members added to this internship or this Springtails membership drive. We have different folders here. One of the folder is members, and in this folder I have added the people name. So after creating this project plan, I want you to add this entire plan into that drive. After adding this in the drive, I want you to mark your progress. So let's say if you have completed all of these three exercises, if your name is Muhammad Usman, members' names will be added into this interns exercise tracker. What I want from you is to mark your progress as in progress while you are doing this activity, or maybe completed after completing the activity. If you are getting any issues, just mark it getting issues over here and list down your issue over here. It could be issues. ISSUES. Okay. All right. Then what I want from you is to complete this project planning questionnaire as well. Just it's quite simple. These are the questions that you get to answer in the interviews. That's why I want you to complete this project planning or questionnaire sheet. And then in the next video, we can start learning keyword planning, media planning, social media planning. We have a lot of things to cover. Someone who has already completed this entire training can get into this last row and apply for a job option. People who can apply for the job option can get a full-time or contractual role for the digital marketing projects. Now I shall be seeing you in the next video of this training series. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.